How's it going, guys? Hope you're having a great Sunday. I know I am. I've been so busy trying to get some things set up that should be a video tomorrow or Tuesday to explain what I've been doing there too. Anyway, I thought I'd throw this quick video because I had a customer ask me about this. So on the website, when you place an order for a Bond Arms holster, the Bond Arms derringers, this is unloaded, the full size, not the Stinger, they're a fixed trigger guard. But on these Bond Arms, this trigger guard is actually removable. I don't know if some of you guys knew that or not, but in here there's a little Allen screw, and you loosen that and this whole trigger guard comes off. It looks something like this. Hold on. Okay, so see that screw there? That is, sorry. Here's the derringer. Open her up. Flip the barrel back. Right there is the screw. So loosen that. It's got an Allen. Little Allen screw. The trigger guard comes off like so. Now your derringer doesn't have a trigger guard. So what's the significance behind that? And why does it matter when ordering? Well, let's take a comparison here, okay? So we have, here's another roughneck. This is a mold. It's not a hot pink gun. This one still has a trigger guard attached, okay? You see the difference here? When you stitch this, I need to account for this. If I have a holster made for this and you try to put this in here, it's gonna have all this extra room here that it's gonna be flopping around the holster like this. This would be for a trigger guard. This would be for no trigger guard. You see how much higher the stitch line goes up? Also, in turn, when I do the holsters for these, the ammo loop has to go vertical like this because it won't fit horizontal because of the adjustment. So here's, this is for a 3-inch model, but this will work too. So this is no trigger guard. You put it in there and it fits perfectly and it doesn't wobble around. It's safe and secure in there. But if I was to put it in here, you'd have to worry. It's pretty tight and new still. But over time, when it starts wearing out, you got all this extra room right here where that's gonna be loose and it's not gonna work out the way you'd like it to. So in the beginning, it would probably work, but over time, when it breaks in, it's not gonna be as good for you. So that's the difference. Trigger guard, no trigger guard. I adjust the stitch line, so there's definitely no, it's not gonna sag down here, the barrel stick out the end or anything like that, because I adjust the stitch line. Sorry about that, camera went goofy on me. Anyway, so I adjust the stitch line so that you don't have to worry about that. So that's that. That's the difference between no trigger guard and trigger guard. Then there was also, I believe it was the Cowboy. There was one model of Bond that didn't come with a trigger guard either. So there's that. The other thing I wanted to address, the Cobra line. So I've had quite a few orders for Cobras, different Cobra lines. The Cobra, and then I think there's one, it's like American Derringer Company or something like that. There's a lot of them that make that inexpensive Derringer line. And the sizes are all pretty much the same, but they are different. So like I had this is labeled on my website as the C. This is the smallest one. These are primarily 22s or what I've seen these made in. So these barrels are 2 1/4 inch long as far as size goes. The barrel you measure right about here to there because the barrel does go back a little bit. So these are primarily 22s. I haven't seen them in bigger calibers, but they might make them. So anyway, here's a small guy, 22. This is labeled as a C on my website. Next up in line, you have, these are labeled as CBs. These are usually like 9mm 38 specials. I believe they make them in 22 as well, but this is the next size up. All right, then they have, even though there's different companies that make them, they all pretty much the same size and look the same. They could have a few varying degrees of size, but it's not enough to where I usually put a 1/4 inch extra on the end anyway, so keep that in mind. The ones I have to work with here, these are 2 5/8 inches long barrel, and then there's 3 different kinds. You got no trigger guard, and you have a square trigger guard. These are usually, I think, like the Bearman's is what it's called. Bearman typically have this square and round. So square trigger guard, round trigger guard. If I got that wrong, don't kill me. This is just what I got, okay? So C, CB, with or without trigger guard, square or round. All right, so we'll pull this out of the way so I got room. And then next up the list, you have what is a CLB, which is long barrel, I'm guessing. And that is with or without a trigger guard. These are, they come in 22s as well, 9mm. I've seen them in the 45 Colts, I believe, a few. These barrels are 3 1/2 inches long, and they are with or without a trigger guard as well. So these get a little tricky when you're trying to order them, especially the fact that all these different manufacturers made them for so many years and everything else. So if you have any questions, make sure to message me. You can contact me, and my email is MstOutdoors@gmail.com, and there's a contact section on my website and everything else. So if you have any questions with these, let me know before you order, and we'll make sure that I get you taken care of, because these are, Bond does everything wonderful. You can tell just by the name what size it is, by looking at it what size it is. These are made by so many different people over the years that they're all a little different here and there. So if it's not exact, let me know. We'll get it figured out. They're usually always the same frame size and everything else like that. So just want to do that little video today. Stay tuned this week for the cool announcement I have, and I can't wait to tell you guys about it. Thanks for watching.